Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome. For those of you that are, taking a look at this for the very first time or taking a closer look, my name is Justin Halladay here down in Jacksonville, Florida, and you'll see I'm joined by three other gentlemen. I've got my business partner and good friend, John Kinnear. I've got my good friend, Ron Pope, on here, and co-founder and owner, Mr. Huascar Lopez. The purpose of this is to really get some real good information for those of you that are taking a closer look, and to identify that this is a real bona fide company with a long-term vision, an amazing product, and a very, very great project to get involved in. Now, with that being said, I do want to start off by saying Ron and I go back almost 7 years, about 6.5, 7 years. We had an opportunity to work on a project together that lasted about 18 months. And then, Ron went into the software space, and Ron is the president and co-founder of the Conversion Pros. Many of you are using their software today. And one of the key pieces here is that first and foremost, what you're going to find out today is why is this different than all of the other Forex deals that are out there. I personally have not joined one single Forex deal that has been floating around, and there's been a lot of them that have come and gone that lasted maybe 6 months, 8 months. I haven't joined one. And Ron has never called me one time to say, hey, Justin, you need to take a look at this. He's never pitched me an opportunity. Well, about 2 weeks ago, Ron called me. We had a real long conversation about crypto and stacking crypto and multiplying Bitcoin. And Ron introduced me to Huascar, and we had an amazing call. Could tell right away just the sincerity and genuineness, credibility. We are operating from the same place of morals, and we were very excited. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and flesh out some information on this call for you guys. I'm going to hand over to Ron here, and Ron's going to talk a little bit about, one of the things we love about Ron and the Conversion Pros is the developers and the engineers behind the project are North American based. And so they're right here. So there's no time zone challenges. We know who they are, and Ron's going to talk a little bit about the background and experience with that staff. And Ron, if you could give us some insight to how that works, please.
Sure, absolutely. Justin, thank you so much. I really want to thank you for coming on board and being such a great leader. Guys, you'll never understand how much time Justin has put into this project in the last couple of weeks to help get it to where it's at. And from a leadership standpoint from the field, Justin, you've just absolutely done an amazing job. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Conversion Pros, I'll give you a little bit of background on us. If you're not familiar with the Conversion Pros already, we are a global company. We're in 57 different countries. The Conversion Pros is a marketing software company. We have a SaaS model, as well as we develop custom software like we're doing here for the CashFX. It's been a combination of things that have been worked on over the last 18 to 20 years between myself and one of my partners, Jamie Beck, which is our CTO. Jamie's been working on the platform for, like I say, about 18 to 20 years now. We do all of our own in-house programming. We've got a large team of programmers in our office. We never let our source code or anything out, so it's all in-house. We've written millions of lines of code. I think we're somewhere between 10 and 12 million lines of code now. Millions of dollars invested. We take security and privacy extremely, as a top priority, because we understand the different industries that we go into, and we understand the issues of the world today. I mean, really, with the technology out there, and people are always trying to do dishonest things in the market. So therefore, us as a tech team have to make sure that we're staying ahead of that. Okay, mm-hmm. And that's what we're bringing here to CashFX. Let me talk about why the Conversion Pros was such a great fit for CashFX, and why I got the call from my good friend Huascar Lopez. Huascar and I have known each other for several years. We've done projects together. He was actually a leader in the field for one of the travel companies that I was building at the time, and I understood very quickly where his heart was, where his morals and values are at. And so he and I had the opportunity over several years to develop a really strong relationship. And And so when Huascar came to me with the CashFX idea and said, hey, would really love to work with you guys. We had a lot on our plate at the time with the Conversion Pros, but once we took a look at what it was that Huascar was explaining to us and really dug into it and looked at the transparency that they're going to be offering here in the immediate future. I'm a former, Forex trader myself. I've developed a bot in the past, and so I was able to understand that. And then from the side of network marketing, I've been in that industry for over 20 years. And it started with me, coming up through the ranks, starting with some of the most common companies that are out there. They've been there for 100 years. And I struggled. I learned my way through it. But as I continued to progress, I would implement these different tools that we've been working on at the Conversion Pros, autoresponders and capture pages, funnels, things like that over the years. And as it continued to increase, it created into this amazing system that allowed me to have downlines when I was a leader in the field in over 49 countries and over 250,000 people that I've been able to influence globally. So I understood from both the leadership side, but at the same time, when I hit that point, I had developed such a training system for my own teams that I started getting calls from the different companies I would go to, and they would ask me, hey, would you come and do the same thing for us? So, my first venture in the corporate side of network marketing started off as a VP of training for a company out of Kowloon, Hong Kong. And from there, I started getting headhunted into different projects. And so over the last 20 years, I've had the opportunity to really be a leader in the field as well as from the corporate side. I've been through over 20 startups in my career, and I've not all in network marketing, a lot of traditional companies as well. But on the network marketing side, I've built my own MLMs as well. So I understand what it takes from the corporate side, but I also know what the field is looking for. So it brings it all together. And through all the startups that we've done, it's created a lot of cookie cutter things that you need to go through when you're doing a startup in order to make sure you have the infrastructure in place. And that's a lot of what the Conversion Pros is bringing to the table here. Yes, we've got the contract to do all of the software for them, but at the same time, we're bringing a lot more to the table than that. We're bringing our contacts and our resources to the table to help this CashFX become one of the premier companies in its space. And I say I believe it's going to be the premier company in its space in the not too distant future here, guys. The rate of growth that we're already seeing is amazing. I mean, from the projections that we talked about with CashFX corporate team just 3 weeks ago to where we are today has been just a whirlwind. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to see what's happening for this company right here. And then I know more of what's going on behind the scenes that hasn't even been released yet. And that's so exciting to me. I mean, like we had a long meeting yesterday going, okay, we've really got to increase the infrastructure here. And that's a lot of what we were doing yesterday, adding more servers, beefing it up, really getting a robust system in place for these guys. And so anyways, we're excited. We're collaborating on multiple avenues with CashFX. All their marketing materials. We'll be creating a marketing system here in the near future that we'll be able to implement in here with CashFX, which will help each and every one of you guys, okay, be able to explode your own personal individual downlines. But at the same time, it'll help because you need to understand in this market space, in this industry that CashFX sits in, there's a lot of regulation, okay? Not just from the network marketing side, but from the security side of things. So what the system's going to do when we get it completed is it will allow the compliance department at CashFX to have more control over the content being disseminated to the field. And that's extremely important because each and every one of you guys need to understand what you say brings liability back on the company. And so it's our job to make sure that what's being said is what should be said. Okay, so we're going to put some reins on that. We're going to control that. But at the same time, that helps with Huascar's vision of this being a legacy company. This is a 20-plus-year-old company, guys. We're going to be a 20-year-old company one day. But that's how it's being built from the infrastructure side with the compliance, the legal, all of those types of things that you don't always see in today's industry, in the network marketing industry. You have a lot of here today, gone tomorrow type companies. That's not how this company's being structured, okay? So yes, we're in a pre-launch. Yes, you guys are going to see little bugs and things here and there because we're doing a lot of development in the live setting. But if you ever see any kind of a temporary downtime or anything, it doesn't mean the company's going away. What it means is that we're increasing infrastructure. That's what we're doing there. Okay. So I'm excited, guys, to be part of. If you can't tell, I'm excited to be part of this.
Yes.
Huascar and I have been looking for a home run together for a while, and it didn't take me very long to realize, he's got his hands on a home run, and we need to be part of it. So myself, my company, we're 100% on board with this and absolutely doing everything that we can to help CashFX be a huge success. When I talk about resources and things, we're bringing in our ad copy experts, our social media experts, our PR, overall pros and conversions, okay? Because we want to make sure we enable you guys with the tools that you need to go and build your business as fast as you can to get you and your family free.
Awesome.
I do want to touch on one thing here. The conversion pros, okay? We don't go out and openly, promote and market a lot of different network marketing companies because it's a conflict of interest with some of our clients. But I want to touch on that for a second, because if you are one of our clients seeing this, I want to explain. There is no conflict of interest here, okay? Whatever your primary business might be today, you're earning your income there, all right? If you are focused on earning that income and you're not focusing on leveraging that capital that you just created, you're only getting one piece of it, okay? And that's where CashFX comes in. You guys continue to focus on your primary business, paying your bills, gaining your wealth, but then take this, take your capital, put it in with CashFX, and let it multiply for you. Now you're gaining wealth at such a higher rate. So in my mind, CashFX is not a conflict of interest with any project that you might currently be doing. It's a complement to it.
Right.
Okay. So I just wanted to come in here.
It's a conflict of wallets, because it's not getting into your wallet.
Exactly. If you're not doing this, there's a conflict. You're not making what you could be. So
right.
Absolutely. I think this is a great program, and myself, the Conversion Pros, again, 110% behind this, and we will be through the duration of this company. So I look forward to working with Huascar and his team, Justin and John, and all the other great leaders that we're coming in contact with and getting to meet. I couldn't have asked for a better project to be part of. And Huascar, thank you so much for that opportunity. But that's really what I wanted to come out here and share today. Justin, John, if you guys have any other questions for me, I'll stay right here and field them. But thank you for the opportunity to come out and voice my opinion and explain what it is that the Conversion Pros and CashFX are doing together.
Excellent. Well, that really leads us into the first question for Mr. Lopez. Again, Huascar, thanks for, we're in pre-launch, and so we know you're busy. We know, that you're not sleeping much at all right now, working around the clock, working with all of the different pieces. And so we appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule and joining us today.
For sure, guys.
That really leads us into the first question, because what Ron was talking about, the benefits of the Forex market are known to many, right? Leveraging and putting your money to work for you in these markets. And so, Huascar, our first question is really, why did you choose to enter the global Forex market, for CashFX Group, and what appeals to you most about this market?
Well, first of all, thank you very much to you guys for inviting me, to share this moment, to share this vision about this company that we are very excited, as Ron just said. And thank you, Ron, also for your commitment, as a company, as a friend, to our project, to our company. We value that very much. And I think before I talk about the Forex market, I need to talk about our friend. I think I need to talk about the people that we care about, the people that we are around us, because one of the things that people is struggling the most is to find something they can do with success, something easy they can achieve their goals. So when we think about doing this project, we thought about put a system together for people be able to have success in an easy way, to put result in the people's hands right away, because that's the way the people get involved. Most of the reason the people don't get involved in network marketing or projects, any kind, is because of their fear of failure or because they think they cannot do it. So looking at the industry in the cryptocurrency, the last few years that has grown so much and is providing opportunities for so many people, including me and my family, that we had the privilege to take advantage of the crypto space in the last few years. Another industry that is huge is Forex. And I always saw the Forex market as something like enigma for me. So I started to learn about that market, and I started to research, and I was blown away for the amount of money that fluids on that market every day, you know. And some of the biggest financial institution, banks and corporation, they are involved with this. And if you research a little bit more about this market, you know that a lot of money can be done, and fast, and with the right leverage and the right technology and the right system, you can achieve so much. So I think God has a lot to do. I always put him in front of everything, because the way this project has been assembled is a blessing. And the technology that we have, the people that are behind our trading, is something unique and something very special. So when I think about your question, Justin, about why Forex, why you took a look at that piece of the market, I think the combination that we put together in the system to generate some of the stream of income that we're talking about, how fast it can be generated, is in this market. No market in the world has the liquidity of $5 trillion a day and work 24 hours a day. So it's been a really fast journey for me. I'm still learning a lot, but I think if you look at the most prominent companies out there, you will see they are in the Forex market already since a long time ago.
Yeah.
So now we can bring that to a lot of families in the world.
I love it. Great answer.
Very cool. That's a great answer. And you know, the Forex industry it's an absolute colossus. And there's many people on the periphery, just like you, Huascar, that have had success in other areas, but have never actually entered into the Forex market. And the immensity of that market, one of the things that it provides for people, if they're willing to sort of dip a toe and move into it, and this is a wonderful and a very simple way for them to start doing that, is that there's no ceiling on this market. You just mentioned $5.3 trillion. So if we manage to line all of those corporate things up that we need to, there's absolutely no limit to the future possible growth, not only for the individual, but for the corporation itself. So one of the things that we're aware of course, is that you have some proprietary EAs. For individuals who don't know what an EA, it's simply an expert analysis. It's software that is used for trading in the Forex space, but also you're working with live traders. You have a team of live traders in a trading floor, and AI. Now, AI has done some amazing things recently, some incredible inroads into trading, both in cryptocurrency and in Forex. In fact, this combination of live traders, technicians, managing an AI is what companies like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs have started doing recently, and many other large financial companies. Can you talk to that point a little bit, some of the infrastructure that you've aligned for this?
Yes, it's funny that you mentioned all those companies that are really enormous companies out there. And the combination with technology comes from mankind. Like, man has been the vehicle to create all the amazing stuff that we have today, since telephone and computers and all that I don't have to mention. But if you look around, the most biggest companies right now, they are based in technology. People like, companies like Facebook, Instagram, Uber, everything is in the mainstream in communication and technology. Also, communication means that a software built from the man standpoint of view, the technology of required to to communicate with the market in a fast speed, that provides you an advantage. You know, it's impossible like us, like a man, that we can open and close transaction and look at the float on the indicators on the market faster than a machine, you know? But it's not the machine that works. It's a combination, like you said. And what we have right now, I need to be like very humble, and I don't want to sound like I hyping anything, you know. But I think in the upcoming weeks and upcoming months, people are going to find out what is the unique strategy and the combination that we have with this algorithm. I think we are very blessed. We have our team, in-house team of traders that come up with many month research, putting together indicators, putting together all the strategies, and make this combination that provide us with this accelerating gain or earnings that we have in this company. Now, we could have this for ourselves. We could develop the process to make money ourselves and keep it to us, you know? But this is put it together and come along with the vision that we have. And the vision that we have is to create many streams of income for thousands of families around the world. So what you need to understand here is that we are putting together a really big corporation with many products. And we, as Ron said before, we want to leave a legacy out there. We just not creating this for money. You know, money can be created every day, and we created a lot of money over the past few years, and we are very blessed. But we have a vision, we have a purpose, and I think we're more ahead in the interview. We're going to talk about a few things we're going to roll out in the next months. Yeah,
absolutely. Excellent, excellent feedback there. So now the feedback that we've been getting so far out in the field, talking to different leaders, we've been on back-to-back Zoom calls. I know John has been in multiple calls every day since we got started. I guess we're about 2 weeks, I think, in the project. People are really appreciating the simple approach to Forex with what CashFX brings. The fact that there is no software to download, no brokerage accounts to fund and open, but rather they can begin participating immediately by partnering pretty much with CashFX trading team. But now we understand that following the official launch, members are going to have some sort of ability to download the MT4 and begin benefiting from the trading technology directly. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The fact that people can access really easy to the Forex market, because I can tell you myself, I was really like a little bit afraid of getting in touch, you know, opening an account in a broker, dealing with verification, documentation, and all that, you know. It's pretty heavy stuff, crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, people have their own issues, their own businesses, their own jobs, families, and things to do, you know. And what we want to create, or what we created right now, is a system very easy that you can register fast with us, and you can make the partnership with us as a company, so we can take you by the hand, teach you what you need to teach, like the basic stuff, how to operate and how to manage through a excellent educational program. Okay, so providing the knowledge for you to understand how that works, but not rush, because you're gonna make money in the way. You're gonna be leveraging your income through us, and we already know how to do it. We already put together the system to do it. So this is the real concept of it. Now, doing this in the second stage, what we're gonna do is provide you the support easy, the way you started, so you can follow up and you can have your own account in the Forex market, You can have access to the broker yourself, but now with the knowledge to be able to operate those accounts. So we are very excited because we develop some of the algorithm that are working out there in the market. Our financial team with the technical team are really interesting numbers that we can provide in our launch, and people are gonna be so amazed by what we're doing right now. And the vision is that, that we can provide services, not only provide income and education, that provide services to go along with that process. So yes, Justin, people will create an account, will have their own MetaTrader, and they will be plugged into the system with the company behind it.
Very cool. And listen, before I ask the next question, Huascar, I need to apologize to all the traders that are listening. Because when I asked you my last question, I said an EA was an expert analyst, not an expert advisor. And all my trading buddies are going to call me and say, dude, what are you thinking? So anyway, I apologize to all you traders out there. And it's the combination of those things that I'm very excited about, because I've seen evidence of that working in the past. Now back to this particular issue though, we've been talking about, of course, the ability for people to do their own thing in the future as well, which leads me to a question about our Academy packs. And that's why I think the Academy packs are so important. They play multiple roles. First of all, of course, they serve to educate the marketplace, starting from the most simple all the way through to far more complicated and challenging strategies when it comes to Forex. And those will be key when people are running their own accounts. But can you just talk a little bit about the Academy pack, the fact that 100% of the money that goes into those Academy packs gets paid out to the field, and also the fact that because this is a payout to compensation that's coming from education, of course, we have no issues with security laws because members are not being paid on the earnings of other members.
That's a critical issue here, and you're absolutely right about it. Many companies have struggled, or many people have struggled. We have struggled in the past with companies that leave us with nothing because unfortunately they don't have the infrastructure or the product to pay out people, and they sell smoke. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what we have is a really premium service of educational packages that provide you with the right information, the right guidance, with the right teachers, personalized follow-up. So when you join our company, when you purchase one of our packages, also our leverage, having the leverage with our trading. You are purchasing a real product that are gonna teach you everything you need to know about the Forex market. Now, one of the reasons that this project was created was to help people, and that's why we share 100% of our product. The business model-based earnings of our company is not to sell you the products. It's the whole process and the trading that we have as a company. We leverage by the trading pool, a corporate account from the whole community, and that allows us as a company to make more money, But the reason that we share the 100% is because on that business model, not many companies have it. Right now, we are innovating on that field, and we are completely transparent because if you break down our compensation plan, you can tell that we are paying from the products and not from new people. Remember, guys, new people comes in, and then most of the company with that money they pay all people, and that's really a scheme that is not sustainable. Those schemes don't last over 6 months, 8 months. They are out. And like Ron said, the vision of this company is long term. So basically, we are paying 120% actually with this innovation on the compensation plan. I think we're gonna see if you have any question on the compensation plan, but basically, we're paying 100% of the products to the people, and this company is for the people.
Okay. So, and again, just so you guys understand, when he says 100%, the product is purchased. And we're going to talk a little bit about the fast start, and we're going to talk a little bit about the matrix before we wrap up here today. But you'll see that we're very excited about the possibility and opportunity to become 6- and 7-figure earners just in this company, guys. So our next question is going to talk a little bit about the progressive nature of the trading contracts and how that works when you actually purchase one of these Trade Academy packages. It's a very interesting approach, the way it's set up. The fact, Huascar, that members can access CashFX for as little as $300. Now, there's no monthly payments, there's no auto ships, there's none of that. But to be able to come in and get started for as little as $300 to benefit from the trading infrastructure and easily progress into the larger contracts, and they go all the way up to 100K, guys, and everywhere in between, without spending any more of their own money. I think that piece is genius. It's a fantastic concept. And can you discuss a little bit about where that concept came from and why you chose it?
Yes, most of the guys or people out there, they are struggling, looking for an opportunity. Obviously, they don't have like much capital to start any business. And the fact that we are charging $300 and that from that breakdown, $90 for education and $210 is for the leverage in the money. We come up with the strategy to leverage that income and provide the opportunity for people to go over from one package to another, paying the difference from one level to another. So right there, having the company back up with the trading, make them having results really, really easy for the people. It will create an amazing ecosystem where people are going to be more interested. At the end of the day, you create something for people having success the easy way, the most possible easy way that you can have it. So yeah, basically we've been in different companies over the years, and one of the most critical let's say barrier for people is that they don't have the time. They are struggling because they don't find a way, to make it through. So putting together a unique system that pushed them to go higher without even having an impact on their financial daily, that's unique because you're not breaking their financial setup as they have it. They have to pay the house, they have the kids, they have their jobs, everything. So with a little bit of money extra, you can have this opportunity, you can take this opportunity, and you can leverage through one step at a time.
Yeah.
So we are not rushing. We are not eager to people come here with a lot of money because you don't need it. With a little bit of money, you can make it through it, through your way. So that's the concept, to make it easy on people. And when you have the goal to be on the market for a long time, that's the way you do it, Others, you don't see it. You don't see it that way because other company wants more money because they're not planning to do it, or they don't have a sustainable stream of income. They are not producing to pay out. Yes, Ron?
I wanted to touch on that with you, Huascar, because of the fact that, if you're in a country like the United States or something, where we've got, the lower class, middle class, upper class, and you don't see big gaps between them a lot. There's other countries out there, guys, that are going to be able to participate in this that couldn't afford to come in at $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. This is going to help bridge that gap between the rich and the poor in those countries, creating a more solid middle class, overall improving the economy. I don't even think we're touching on really what the overall effect of what this project itself could influence globally.
True.
Very
and
true.
The fact, of course, that we're dealing in Forex means that there is no limit to the level of participation. The other thing that I think that you've done a great job of is finding that mathematical balance as enough of a motivator to move people from 3 to 5, from 5 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 2,000. And in addition to that, I think it's very important to note that in so many of the projects that so many of us have had a look at over the last 2 years especially, the entry levels are there for one purpose only: feed the big dogs. That's it. The entry levels can never make any money. They're only there to pay the big ticket profits. And that's not the case here. This is a genuine opportunity at the $300 level to earn enough to move to the 500, put money back in your jeans, and move to the 1,000, put money back in your jeans. And that's very important.
And you know, guys, it would have been easier for CashFX not to dip down into that level. It would have been easier to manage larger sums of money. This is an opportunity that CashFX is creating for those folks who can't afford that higher, contract level. So it was a decision made to be able to help more people. That's really what this company is about.
Thank you, Ron. And the fact that people can make like leverage up to 4x, with the initial purchase of the product, that is huge for people that don't have much capital. Because if you put a little bit of effort and you refer someone, only 1 or 2 or 3 people that you can refer of this program, you can change your life, because the potential income is quadruple, 4 times, really fast to grow and keep growing to the next levels. So I think we put it together a really great opportunity here.
Oh, it's strong for sure. We've only got 2 questions left, if you don't mind, Huascar, and they both revolve around payment. We talked earlier about 100% as it relates to those first 2 bonuses. Remember, the Academy packs that every contract has is 30% is dedicated for the Academy pack. That 30% goes in 2 different directions. It goes to a fast start bonus to the sponsor, and then it goes to a unilevel, which is fantastic. Do you want to touch on either one of those in any more detail?
Yes, the reason that we did it that way, because we think on the product to create a community or to create a network and to empower people to go out there and change their lives. It was the easy way, we could, as a company, we could like lower the percentage on the fast start, and lower the percentage on the union level, and take a little bit for the company, but that's not really the business model that we wanted to have. We wanted to empower people, to give the opportunity to people, and that's why 50% of our product is fast start, that you can leverage there, and you can make additionally on your Forex product, you can make 2x additionally when you refer, when you go out there, and that's totally additional all your 2x that you can get there. So unit level, we think that, guys, I love binaries. I love many compensation plans out there that are really powerful. Yeah, because it's really nice when you're up there and you riding that wave at the beginning to the end, but unfortunately there is an end. If you look at the binary, it has an expiration date because it's not sustainable. No, you can put it any way you want it, but at the end of the day, the breakdown of those points coming out in infinity, it will hurt the company. So we choose a powerful unilevel based on the 50% of our product, and it pays really, really well. It pays in the 10 levels, and it pays out to infinity when you qualify from the 11 down. You can build no limit amount of people in your downline, and we break down in a literature program points when you can commission of those points of those sales and on the whole structure. Also, I love the fact that when the sales happen, you make the commission instantly.
Immediately.
You don't qualify. You don't have to do anything. If you refer someone, you actually get 2 commission instantly. The fast start and the unit level first level that we pay 10% on the first level. So actually in your downline, you can see on our system when all those sales are happening and you're getting those commissions right away without any qualification or any requirements. So I think that is really powerful, and that's the way that's why we choose to go that way on the unit level and the fast start. I know you have a question for the matrix also.
You can touch on the matrix. I mean, the matrix is one of the most unique things that we've seen. The way that the 3x10 is set up. So share a little bit about that matrix and how the fees are worked in there, and how you guys put that together.
I think with time, results are gonna give us the right, the reason if this is one of the most powerful compensation plan ever. Because I never seen such a thing, put it this way, a matrix that help out the people that are not building. People that are not building can leverage and faster their income based on those who are building the teams. So it comes from the fee, from the withdrawal fee that many companies, bank institution, every institution have a withdrawal fee. Even the bank, when you go and you want your money, they have their fees. So I think this is I don't know, it didn't come from us, it comes from out there, out there, the God put this compensation plan because it's really powerful. The residual income that we can have, 50% of those fees, which we charge 20%, goes to the matrix to 3x10.
Yeah.
It can be generate millions of dollars. We know people and leaders, people that are joining this company on the earliest stages, and long term, they will have a residual income massive because this company is making really good trading. People are making money on a daily basis, and everybody wants to withdraw their money in any point. So when they withdraw, you make a commission instantly from those levels. 10 levels deep in a 3x10, we're talking about 80,000 people on your downline. So you don't have to be a genius to take out, break down those numbers. Are really, really amazing numbers. And the way it's set up, it doesn't hurt the company. It doesn't hurt the affiliate, the member, and it's beneficial for everyone. People can leverage very, very well. From the other 50% of that withdrawal fee, we also give back a matching check, 10% on the referrals on the matrix. And if you refer 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 people on their checks on the matrix, you get 10%. And we also have 2 more. That is the leadership global that we share on the matching check and on the leadership program. That is another deal. But for those who want building, and for those leaders like you, Justin, John, and others that are building this business, it's going to have amazing results, because that's why we said that we share 120%, because actually we share 100% of our product, and basically the withdrawal fees we absorb, we charge exactly what the payment processor and the infrastructure needs to withdraw that money and pay out everyone, and the rest we share out to the people. So that, I think, never been done in the industry. Okay. I think that's unique. I think when people understand, we joke about many times, because we see people that take a look at the comp plan and then they ask questions, and then 2 days later they come back and ask more questions, and then the next week they come back and ask more questions. And I say, we joke about it. I said, no, don't worry. Next month, when you see this plan at 25 times more, you're going to understand. But actually, it's because every time you see the powerful behind this compensation plan.
It's one of the most unique ones we've seen. Go ahead, John.
Sorry, Justin. It really is extraordinarily unique, and it really is an extension of what we were talking about earlier, where these entry-level contracts, $300 and $500, are actually geared, designed to make money.
Yeah.
And as an extension to that, the ability to have a platform where the majority of people often get involved passively, and they can actually participate in an element of the compensation plan it's pure gold. And when you consider that the long-term lifeblood of any enterprise is its members wanting to continue to stay involved, what a wonderful thank you to passive participants to encourage them to continue to stay involved and feed everyone's income long-term. It really is a smart idea.
It's as a passive income. Imagine people are joining and they're enjoying, the ride with the passive income, but they can accelerate based on this matrix, because there are many people that are falling down there, people that are building, and it's force. You know, they cannot go anywhere else. They need to go there and fill all those spaces. So
Right.
imagine with those folks that are investing and they're leveraging their income through this company, they can speed up the process with that matrix. So it's double purposes that serve that compensation plan. Help the company, help the member, and speed up the process. It's such a blessing to have this in this company.
And I agree with that. I love it. And what I've been telling some people that have had some questions, because I've had some questions as well, but once you see the payouts and you see what's going in one bucket, it answers those questions. Like I can tell you guys that this recording will be floating around, and at the time of this recording, we are about 24 hours away, I think, from the first matrix payout.
Yeah, it's 48 hours. On the first, we're going to pay out.
On the first, we're going to pay out. And so that's going to answer some questions as how those fees are getting paid out. And I think it's going to be one of the most amazing compensation plan out there. Now, again, thank you for your time, guys. We've got one final question for Huascar. And this is really just if you can share with us a little bit about the vision of the company. Like, for instance, do you see this as a long-term company or a short-term company, and why? And then if you can give us just a little bit of insight into the expectations of the official launch, and we can wrap it up.
Yeah, Justin is always, he always want more. Give me more. No, I know you guys are very, very excited as I am. I enjoy so much having this conversation with leaders and everyone involved, because the process has been such an amazing ride. We're having a good time with it. And we are setting up for 60 day. We set up 60 day since we started the company 2 weeks ago. But I think now they're starting to take off and everything. They're going to see tomorrow the final breakout on the compensation plan. You know, it will be complete the cycle of 1 month. I mean, the first 15 days.
Yeah.
Where the member will see, like you said, the full compensation complete on their back offices. They're going to see how it works and everything. The development on the Conversion Pros has been amazing. You know, I don't have a word to thank those guys that Ron and Jamie and everything are doing for us.
Yeah.
Is putting together a unique system. And I think middle October we'll have a huge event, and I think it will be Panama City, because the company is registered there and we have our corporate offices there. And I think mid October, we don't have a specific date yet, but we're putting together that for that around those dates. And what was the question was? The vision. Well, like I said before, we are not doing this just for the money. The money is really good. We love it. You know, we can do so much with it. We can help such a large amount of people with it. But we see this company being around for long term. We even see the picture changing the way this industry is being held right now, because unfortunately, I'm gonna include myself, has fallen in many companies that we thought that was correct.
Yeah.
And they leave us without nothing. And not because probably the intention was bad, but you know, it wasn't bad, but the circumstances and the compensation plan and what they have, you know, they didn't anticipate it. We've been blessed with a group of people behind this project, since the trader, the corporate, and the educational part. But we are planning to have an institute where I'm going to release this in this video, because we're working diligently, and I'm going to give you guys this update. We are incorporating our academy in the Minister of Education in Panama, and we are setting up the basis and the foundation to have a really nice school in Panama dedicated to trading and the financials education, because many people, guys, don't know how even to manage or lever their financial lives, you know. So we have extremely good relationship with the government in Panama. They're just got in the government there. We have businesses there, and we love the strategic point that means that represent the country. There is a country that brings so much to the region, to the whole Central America economy, and the vision that we have is to have many products attached to this industry, to this financial industry, the trading, Forex market. We have a vision to have the future involves, the futures market and other markets beside Forex on the future. But yes, you can rest assured, and you can build in peace, and you can acquire this vision with us, because we're gonna be here. And I'm not gonna tell you everything is pretty. There are really mean people out there. I believe there is an opportunity for every company, for everyone. Like the Latino said, or there's a famous saying that the sun goes out for everyone, but unfortunately, not many people think that, and they do stuff, they do stuff to hurt people, to hurt companies, but we are strong. I always said that this company is protected by God, and it's a purpose from Him. And with the right direction, and with the right vision, and the right people like you guys, we thank you, everyone involved in this company. And we're planning to be here for a long time. So no rush about it. If you take a look at this video right now and you're planning to join, or you're in and you're thinking about what you're gonna do, I advise you to move faster. I advise you to go ahead and take action, because this is very unique and very special. Very humble, I say it, but it's very different from what is out there. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much. Listen, guys, we've covered a lot of ground. For those of you watching, thanks very much for taking the time to tune in. We hope that this started to fill in some of the blanks for you as to why all of us are so excited about the project. Any last words, guys?
Ron?
Yeah, I want to reiterate the fact that I watch I get a lot of things come across my desk. Sure. And as Justin mentioned earlier, I have not taken anything to him in 5 years, which most of the people who know me realize I don't do that. We support a lot of companies, but I don't necessarily go, wow, this is a home run and let's go out and tell people about it. If you have any interest in this whatsoever, it might be worth just putting your toe in the water at least. See what happens. If you start at 300, you can earn your way all the way up. So, if you're limited on capital, if you're limited on time, if you're in a place right now that you're hurting and you don't want to be there much longer, you got to take action. All right. And so I'm not trying to do a call to action here. I'm talking from my heart that you need to make a decision on something like this. And as Huascar said, you probably need to do it fairly quickly. I've been getting a lot of text messages and emails from people already. Now, keep in mind, I've only been in pre-launch for just right at 2 weeks. And a lot of the people I know globally have been seeing me on these different videos with Huascar and educating people on CashFX. And I'm getting people calling me saying, oh my gosh, I've already heard about this. I didn't know that, you're behind all this. And I say, well, I'm not necessarily corporate, but I'm 100% standing behind this company. So Huascar, thank you again for your vision.
Yeah. Thank you very much to you, Jerome.
And I just want to close with one last word, guys. We're in because of the transparency. I mean, that's what we want. That's what this industry has brought us to, and what you're going to see right now. We're building on relationships, solid, long-term relationships of people that we trust and we know have the best intentions. We've got a live trade session coming up, depending on the time of this video, and we're going to start to be releasing. The company's going to start to be releasing more and more transparency, so that we know, one, that our funds are safe, and we know, two, that this is the real deal. So guys, thank you for your time. John, thank you for your time, and get back to one of us or whoever shared this video with you, lock in your spot, and let's change some lives, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.